Hey folks, Red Labor. Hope all of you doing well. Tomorrow is November 20th, and since it's November 19th, I have a reason for doing it tonight on the 19th because of what happened as a result of an oversight or something I've forgotten on November the 8th. I know that sounds like a real twister there, but let me explain. November the 8th is Eugene Victor Debs' birthday, and I usually acknowledge his birthday on Facebook back in the days when I was on MySpace, and I forgot to do it this year, and especially now that I'm doing this YouTube channel. Tomorrow, November 20th, is also Norman Thomas's birthday. And so what I decided to do is to acknowledge two great Americans, two of the greatest Americans in my opinion, and who just happened to be born on the same month, different years of course, and talk about their contribution to American history and how we're all better off because of these two men. First of all, let me talk about Eugene Victor Debs. Eugene Victor Debs was born in Terre Haute, Indiana in the year 1855 on November the 8th. He became a labor leader, responsible for organizing the Pullman workers and the Pullman Car Company in 1894, which sadly resulted in a strike with a violent crackdown that transpired. And Eugene Victor Debs served 3 months in Woodstock Prison in Illinois as a result. He was not a socialist, but a radical labor leader at that point. But while he was serving his 3-month prison sentence, people from the old Socialist Labor Party were visiting Eugene Victor Debs and impressed by what he did, and he would become even more radicalized as a result. His American Railway Union, after leaving prison, would become the Social Democratic Party of America in 1897, which by 1901 the Social Democratic Party would merge with the moderate wing of the old Socialist Labor Party, thus forming the Socialist Party of America. And Eugene Debs ran for president in 1900, 1904, 1908, 1912, and 1920 as the Socialist Party of America candidate for president. His work in the labor movement is to be noted, and we're better off because of labor agitators like Eugene Victor Debs. His successor was Norman Thomas, who was initially a Presbyterian minister. He joined the Socialist Party in the year 1917 because he was also a radical pacifist. And he would become a leader of the Socialist Party of America, running for president in 1928, 1932, 1936, 1940, 1944, and 1948. Between Eugene Victor Debs and Norman Thomas, those two men over the almost the first half of the 20th century, especially during the first 3 decades of the 20th century, influenced social policy, and to the point where we have freedom and we have rights and good conditions, which are kind of taken for granted by a lot of Americans. 8-hour workday, the elimination of child labor exploitation, workers' comp, Social Security, all of these things, the right to organize and form a union, all these things are as a result of what happened with all the struggles Eugene Debs and Norman Thomas were involved with. And although Norman Thomas might not have been quite as radical in some ways as Eugene Debs, he was quite radical for his time, thus being responsible for helping to create the Southern Farmers Tenant Union in 1932, which was the first very successful interracial labor union in the South. In addition, Norman Thomas was one of the few Americans that spoke against the immorality of detaining the Japanese in these internment camps during World War II. As both leader of the Socialist Party of America and the executive director of the American Civil Liberties Union. Not even the Communist Party USA, which probably has a better record on racial equality for African Americans than the Socialist Party. Not even they may raise objection to what was happening against the Japanese in the detention camps in America the way the Socialist Party of America did. And it's quite sad what's happened, but that's what happened. And thank God Norman Thomas raised an awareness about it. Norman Thomas would go on to work after World War II in the anti-war movement and the anti-nuclear missile campaign. And he became quite a respectable public figure as the years went on. And I wanted to acknowledge both Debs and Thomas. Eugene Victor Debs, November 8, 1855, all the way to the year 1926. Norman Thomas, November 20th, 1884, all the way to the year 1968. Two great Americans. Take care, and please comment, and have a great day.